Okay, so this is day 18 of the Deadlift Everyday Challenge. This is a hamstring dominant day. I started off the day with a different variation of the RDLs. Attached the band to the rack on the J hooks and made sure that I walked up a little bit closer to the bar, bringing my feet up so I get a good stretch on my hamstrings. This allows me to keep a good hip hinge when I do go down, and it takes a lot of stress off my back, also giving me a harder contraction at the top of the movement and putting a lot of stress on the glutes itself. I did this for 3 sets of 20 reps, and mainly we're just focusing on the movement itself, making sure that we're putting time under tension and maximum tension on the hamstrings and glutes. Like I said, keeping my back out of it. The band helps me do that a lot, and it also gives me, like I said, another contraction at the top part of the movement. So I wasn't really trying to burn out here, but the main thing was getting control and, contracting the muscles that needed for this movement. Okay, exercise 2 was kind of my own variation of a plie squat, or even like a reverse, maybe like a reverse Jefferson squat, you would say. But I put the dumbbell behind my back, and I felt a very deep contraction on my quads, or not my quads, my hamstrings and my glutes. And it actually stayed off of my quads as much, because when I do split squats, or when I do any type of like a goblet squat, I tend to feel it more in my quadriceps. So I wanted to take that out, since it seems it being a hamstring dominant day. Just decided to do this way, and I did feel a good contraction. Knees were out, and just finishing off with the glutes and the hamstrings. So exercise 3 was just a standard leg press. Brought my feet up higher on the platform, obviously, pushing off my heels, digging my knees out and making sure that I'm pushing from my hamstrings and my glutes and staying off of my quads as much as possible. I did this for about 4 sets, and we pyramided up the weight each time with 2 plates added on each side. Tempo stays the same. Time under tension is big with me, so you just want to make sure that we're putting that mind-muscle connection in there. Now, if you're a beginner, you have to lighten up the weight, or and try to go slower on the movement. Don't just try to pump them out. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you're putting tension on the muscle and not using any momentum. All right. Once you get more advanced, then you can start speeding up your tempo, just for the simple fact that you've been doing it, and the movement becomes second nature. Last one we did, I just threw on, a couple more plates and try to finish it out, putting maximum amount of tension on there, and finishing with the hamstrings and glutes. After that, did a lying and seated hamstring curl and a calf toe press to finish off the hamstring day. All right, day 18 done.